Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. I hope this finds you at the best possible time. I want to give you a confirmation right now that your deep belief in yourself is creating miracles. You are beginning to rapidly manifest whatever you put your mind to. So focus on that today, my friends. Have you heard about ancient saying that there are 5 things you will never recover in life? The first one is a stone after it's thrown, a word after it's said, an occasion after it's missed, time after it's gone, and the 5th one, trust after it's lost. My friends, I want to remind you of 8 things you should apply in your life in order to never do something that you can't recover later. So my friends, I hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm having such an incredible day today. I woke up, I did 1 hour of meditation, I went outside for a run. We have a sunny day outside and I just feel creative. So I want to share this message with you to uplift your spirit a little bit. So later in the day you can do something about it, you can do something for yourself. So my friends, the first thing I want to mention here is to embrace loneliness and reinvent yourself in the process. So, we have 2 different states. One is when we say we are alone and we love that, and the second one is when we feel lonely. And sometimes we don't need to be alone to feel lonely, right? We found those states already. But embracing the loneliness will help us to find our true self. Because it's hard to actually recognize who we are in all the noises, in everything that's happening. If we're spending too much time with people, we may lose what truly matters sometimes. And it's nothing wrong with hanging with people we love and doing things we need to do. But at the same time, we also need to pay attention to ourselves. So what you call loneliness is just something you didn't embrace yet. So embracing loneliness means that you start to feel good also being alone. That you accept yourself when you're alone and you take care of yourself. You take care of what is not serving you anymore. You take care of what you need, your needs, your heartfelt desires, the talents that are knocking on the doors of your consciousness, like, when will you take care of me? When will you take time for me? You're so incredible and you're wasting your time for the things that don't even matter. So embracing loneliness can completely shift our lives, and that's where we start reinventing ourselves in the process. So as soon as you will start embracing loneliness, suddenly you will be more vibrant also when you will be hanging with people. You will start respecting your boundaries more, appreciating and honoring your boundaries more. And you will be able to say no for the things which doesn't spark greater sense of fulfillment and love in your life. So this is something truly life-changing, and it's actually coming from ancient times. For example, Native Americans had a lot of focus on having that lonely time, having time for yourself so you can develop your character yourself, so you can deal with your emotions and recognize in what kind of direction life is leading you. We can actually find this pattern in any ancient tradition. Being or having time for just for yourself, being alone and taking care of your spirit. Taking care of the connection with your spirit, that's something which is truly important. So pay attention to that. The second thing I want to give you is to stop complaining and embody what I call lucky perception. To see things as everything is coming from that lucky state, lucky vibe. And it means that we start seeing how lucky we are. Everything that is finding us, how lucky we are that we are a part of that. When we look at people around us, how lucky we are that we are with those people, that we have an opportunity to spend some time with those people, to learn something from those people, to meet those opportunities, those experiences, to meet those challenges which are building our souls, our characters. How lucky we are that we can experience another day. How lucky we are that we can experience another breath, another thought, that we have an opportunity to reinvent ourselves. Isn't that something truly incredible? So we always can choose a state in which we will spend our days. And I just want to encourage you to stop for a moment and become aware how often you complain. Because complaining will never change a situation. But a choice to stop complaining will change our mood. And that's so huge. So my friends, embody the lucky perception and work on that. Practice it. Because you become what you're practicing to be. So you can actually practice to become a lucky person. And luck is something we create. It's something like a state from which we choose to see our lives. Because people often say that somebody is lucky because he has maybe great things in his or her life, or because great things are always happening to that person. But if we would actually check the patterns of that person, we would recognize, well, that person is working on him or herself. He's dealing with emotions, healing those wounds, building discipline, taking care of the mindset, and working on that spiritual connection, because we need to have a certain connection which is bigger than life. Otherwise, we'll start losing ourselves in what actually doesn't really matter so much. So, my friends, embody the lucky perception. The third thing I want to give you here is to let go of people that don't bring positive vibe into your life. This is so huge because so often we may just feel drained out because we are trying to spend our time with somebody with whom we know that we have nothing in common anymore. Maybe in the past we had, but we are all growing, and if we don't have same values or similar values, similar interests, we may at some point start walking in different directions, and it's actually a natural process of life. Each soul that is present in our lives is present for a certain reason, and sometimes we overgrow that reason, and it's time for us to move forward, or it's time for that soul to move forward. So we need to let go of people which don't bring us any positive vibe anymore into our lives. And it's a process, so we truly need to be aware of how we are spending our time, with whom we are hanging, and what we are doing, what's happening. So self-reflection and deep introspection is so important to recognize what we need more of and what we need to let go of. So always take care of that and put yourself into the first place so you can stay aware of what is actually truly important to you, my friends. This is something that will put you to the next level. And you know that when you get to the next level of being, you attract new people. You attract people which can actually connect to your vibe. And that's something which is truly beautiful. That's where we start building communities of people which are kind of same-minded, where we can relate and share some deep stories. And it's also much easier to go through those emotional wounds and heal what there needs to be healed when we can connect with somebody on that soul level, right? So in order to get there, we firstly need to let go of some people, maybe, if that is necessary for you, if this is resonating with you. Take care if there's maybe a person which is just not vibing with you anymore, and it's important for you to let go of that person with compassion, understanding, but at the same time honor. So pay attention to that, my friends. The fourth thing I want to give you is to declutter your life from what doesn't spark life within your soul. What doesn't spark light within your soul? Declutter your life from all of those things. You may notice a certain food doesn't spark life within your soul. Certain actions or words you say, or thoughts you think, or beliefs you hold on, or certain habits which became automatic for you, just doesn't spark life within your soul. That's why you may feel lifeless sometimes, because you're doing too much of what doesn't spark life, what doesn't spark light within you. So it's truly simple as that when we actually look within ourselves and we recognize how many things we're still doing that just don't vibe with us anymore. So we need to pay close attention to that. And that's where we will recognize that, well, I just need to declutter my life a little bit. Like we declutter the space in which we live because certain things just don't belong there anymore. And suddenly we feel much better being in that space. Suddenly that space feels like it has a new energy. Like we did a massive change, like a cleansing of energy. So decluttering is really important. Same as when it comes to our minds, decluttering the thoughts which doesn't serve us anymore or don't serve us anymore. Decluttering our habits to let go of what is not in alignment with our soul anymore. Decluttering our environment of what is not serving us anymore. So declutter your life from what doesn't spark life within your soul. The fifth thing, truly important, pick on the skill you want to cultivate and put all your effort into developing it. So this one is really, really important because often people focus around them and they say, well, I want to be like that person. Oh, this one is so talented. I want to be like that. And often I receive messages, I want to paint like you. I want to create paintings or artwork like you. I have visions and I truly want to paint it, but I don't have that skill like you have. But my friends, I never had that skill until I've developed it. And yes, as a little kid, I was drawing a lot. So I was kind of born with that calling to create. But to build a skill is a choice actually. And you're always on that soul level called into a direction which is as natural as possible to you, which means that deep inside your soul you have certain skills you've developed through your previous lives, and on that conscious level we may not be aware of that. So we need to dig deeper and recognize what's that skill right now that is really calling me. Like I've recognized in the past, I want to start painting. I want to start creating. Later I've recognized I want to start expressing myself through these messages, and let's combine art with these messages. And my English is not the best. It's not perfect and it's a work in progress. But you know, we decide to build a skill. So one thing that will happen as you will start putting a lot of effort into developing a certain skill you will choose, it will feel like the whole universe starts supporting you because you are putting effort into something which is actually helping you to evolve your soul. And that is a divine work for me. This is a divine job. This is beyond this physical dimension. It's beyond what we can comprehend. We are doing a divine job. And that's something that is truly incredible and admiring. So my friends, pick one skill you want to cultivate and put all your effort into developing it. The sixth thing I want to mention here is commit to the goals and visions you have and never look back. You know, as you're developing the skill, letting go of what is not in alignment with you, embodying lucky perception, embracing loneliness, suddenly you just have more time to dream about what you actually want to experience in your life, what you want to achieve with your skills, how many people you want to reach, what you want to give to the world with your gifts and talents. Design some goals and visions from it. and never look back, because what you have is future which you're creating right at this moment. What you have is future that you're creating right at this moment, my friends. And in order to see that future clearly, you need to take time for that. Write down some goals, some visions, and be consistent with that. You know, every single day, if you will take time with that, you will start installing those dreams into your subconscious mind, and suddenly you will start automatically thinking about it. And every time we think about what's important to us, it feels like we just start receiving more insights how to get there, like what to create, what to learn. And we start manifesting books and information which can help us on that path. And suddenly it feels like, again, everything is supporting us to get where we want to be. And the truth is that everything is supporting you to get where you want to be. And my friends, as I mentioned before, your deep belief in yourself is creating miracles. When you start believing into your dreams, goals, vision, everything, and you raise your standards so you can actually get to that point that is meant for you, you start creating miracles. And that's something truly powerful. That's where you become an alchemist. That's where you become a creator, a co-creator. And you start living your life like it would be a blank canvas, and you've just grabbed some colors, some brushes, and you've designed a beautiful art out of it. And remember, my friends, to make your life a masterpiece, you need to master peace in your life. And that's how we are mastering peace, taking time for ourselves, balancing ourselves, healing those emotional wounds, letting go of what doesn't serve us anymore. And suddenly we just feel in peace with ourselves. And peace creates harmony. So suddenly we are in harmony with ourselves. And that is, to me, a beautiful state to be in. So we can pay close attention to what we actually want to create in this world. So much is changing. So why we are not taking time to actually create some beneficial changes, some great changes, creative changes, which could actually improve the system, which could actually improve lives of others. My friends, think about it. The seventh thing I want to mention here is to do something active every day to boost your mood. You know, when we feel stuck, sometimes all we need to do is just to move our bodies. Because we feel stuck because our bodies went out of motion, and everything, you know, everything is energy, and energy needs to move. So if we develop habits which don't include being active, working out, doing yoga, you know, doing something flowy, something which sparks joy within our lives, we'll start to feel stuck. So to do something active every single day will boost your mood. And we all know that our perception depends on our mood. So once we boost our mood, our perception expands, and suddenly we see more miracles, we see more opportunities, we see more blessings, we see more things to be grateful for. And when we see more things to be grateful for, we just see even more things to be grateful for. And suddenly we're so grateful. So my friends, do something active every single day, and that will boost your mood. So of course you need to find out what works for you. For me, I love strength workouts. I love going out on my bike, mountain biking, road cycling. I love that. I love to go for a run, and I love to go to do yoga. I love those things. And every single day, usually I pick something of that, and it helps me to overcome. Sometimes it helps me to overcome certain emotions. Sometimes it helps me to overcome certain things which are not clear to me. And sometimes I just do it because I feel called to do it, like my body is calling to do something like that. And also, if we go into science a little bit, If you do something which will help you to sweat a little bit in the morning, you will wake up your brain. Your brain will start producing more of that dopamine, which will allow you to be more focused, to be more aware, and to be more creative and productive in a day. So this is something really, really powerful. And you know, again, in any ancient culture, people were active, people were taking care of their bodies because they understood that our bodies are our vehicles of the soul and other bodies. So if we want to have energy aligned, so we can manifest, so we can dream, so we can have clear mind and pure intentions and open heart, we need to take care of our physical bodies as well. So take care of that. And the last thing I want to give you with this message is that always fall forward. When things are falling apart, when you feel like maybe you're failing, you know, sometimes we say, oh, I'm a failure, always fall forward. Keep your vision focused into your future. And you know, in the hard times, always ask yourself, what can you learn from this situation? How can you improve this? What will be the next skill to build? What's your strength right now? What's your uniqueness? What is making you unique? Because every situation is just helping you to redirect yourself to the path which is meant for you. So there are no bad moments, there are no bad experiences, but they look back because we've been programmed to think that way. When something brings us joy, it's positive. When something brings us sadness, it's negative. We've been trained to look on life that way. But if we start looking on life like there's a mission you want to follow, you want to create, there's something written in your soul you want to give, you want to create, you want to do. Everything that happens in your life is just guiding you to get closer to that soul mission. Whatever it is, it doesn't mean that you need to help others. It doesn't mean that you always need to be positive. It means that you need to be so connected with yourself that you always recognize what this moment is teaching you. What to embody right now, what to let go right now, what to release, how to surrender to that great energy of love so you can flow with it, so you can be a vessel of it, so you can embody more of it. So my friends, to me this is life-changing, and those are the things I always look up to, because sometimes we lose ourselves, right? Sometimes we fall down, but there are principles and values of which we need to remind ourselves of, to get back on track and to recognize greater meaning of why something is the way it is. So my friends, I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day, and I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting, Infinite Potentials. I've shared this painting with you before, but my friends, as infinite as you are, I wanted to share this message today with this painting because it is so related, so connected. So my friends, thanks to all of you for supporting my art in my Etsy shop, I Draw My Passion. You're all so appreciated. And to everyone who needs some daily reminders, go and check out my Instagram page, AttractPassion, where I'm sharing daily messages, daily reminders to uplift your spirit a little bit. And my other Instagram page, I Draw My Passion, where you can find my art gallery. Go there and check it out. Till next time, one love.